Chosen ones, the delays you hate, the doors that remain closed, the prayers that feel unanswered, they are not setbacks, they are protection. Allah sees what you cannot see. Every pause in your life, every moment of waiting is a divine hand shielding you from harm, preparing you for a destiny far greater than you imagine. Today, we will uncover 7 powerful lessons that reveal the hidden blessings in every delay, the wisdom behind every test, and the unseen protection that transforms patience into power. If you've ever felt stuck, frustrated, or forgotten, this message is for you, because what Allah is preparing for you is more magnificent than what you are waiting for. Chosen ones, the delays that frustrate you, the doors that remain closed, and the prayers that seem unanswered are not mistakes or neglect. They are a divine shield protecting you from what you cannot yet see. Often, what we desire carries hidden consequences, tests, or people who could derail our path, and Allah, in His infinite wisdom, knows what lies ahead better than we ever could. Every moment of waiting is a quiet act of mercy, a protective barrier designed to keep your heart, mind, and soul safe until the timing is perfect. You may feel restless, impatient, and even doubt your worth or faith, but these feelings are part of the process. They are the refining fires that purify your intentions, strengthen your reliance on Allah, and align your heart with what is truly best for you. The unseen forces around you, both spiritual and worldly, are being managed by Allah, and what appears as delay is actually divine orchestration to keep you from harm, to prepare you for immense blessings, and to cultivate patience and trust that will serve you for a lifetime. Remember, the chosen ones are never left vulnerable, and nothing is wasted in Allah's plan. Every setback, every pause, every moment of uncertainty is not a denial but a divine shield, protecting you from what you cannot yet comprehend, ensuring that when the moment arrives, it will come perfectly, powerfully, and in a way that will elevate your destiny far beyond what you imagined. Those who understand this principle embrace the wait with hope and gratitude, knowing that what is meant for them will never pass them by, and that the unseen protection in every delay is a sign of Allah's infinite mercy and wisdom at work in their lives. Chosen ones, patience is not merely the act of waiting. It is the quiet power that transforms your trials into treasures and your delays into divine investment. Every moment you endure the postponement of what your heart longs for, every tear you shed in private, every silent prayer repeated with sincerity is being recorded by Allah and multiplied beyond what you can imagine. The chosen ones understand that reward is not measured by immediate results, but by the steadfastness of faith in the face of uncertainty, the perseverance through hardships, and the unwavering trust that Allah's timing is perfect. When life seems stagnant, when doors remain closed and opportunities delayed, it is not a punishment, it is a test, a refining process designed to elevate your character, deepen your reliance on Allah, and cultivate resilience that will carry you through the greatest challenges. Your patience during these delays increases your spiritual capacity, strengthens your heart, and enhances your ability to carry the blessings that are yet to come. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that nothing is more beloved to Allah than a servant who exercises patience in adversity, and the rewards for such endurance are unimaginable, stretching far beyond the material and into the eternal. The chosen ones realize that each trial, each waiting period, each postponed desire is an opportunity to invest in something far greater than worldly success. It is an opportunity to grow in faith, to refine sincerity, and to secure a reward so vast that it transcends the limits of human comprehension. Therefore, the next time life delays your prayers or postpones your blessings, remember that patience is not passive. It is an active spiritual power that multiplies reward beyond measure, turning your waiting into worship, your trials into triumphs, and your faith into an unshakable force that will define your destiny in ways that are both visible and unseen. Chosen ones, the moments of waiting, the postponed opportunities, and the unanswered prayers are not simply trials to endure. They are divine lessons in detachment, designed to awaken your heart to what truly matters. When Allah delays a blessing, He is calling you to shift your focus from fleeting worldly desires to the eternal treasures of faith, sincerity, and spiritual growth. In these pauses, you are forced to confront your attachments, your expectations, and the illusions of control you hold over your life, realizing that true reliance lies not in outcomes but in Allah alone. The chosen ones understand that the world's comforts, accolades, and recognition are temporary, and that clinging to them can blind the heart to the guidance and wisdom that Allah has meticulously prepared. Every delay is a spiritual reset, a chance to purify intentions, refine character, and cultivate contentment with what is in your hands, while trusting what is in Allah's hands. As the heart learns to let go of urgency and surrender to divine timing, it discovers freedom from anxiety, peace in uncertainty, and clarity in purpose. The lessons embedded in delay teach patience, humility, and gratitude, shaping a soul that values eternal impact over temporary pleasure. The chosen ones recognize that detachment is not abandonment but alignment, an alignment with Allah's perfect plan, an understanding that what is meant for you will never pass you by, and that by letting go of worldly distraction, you open yourself to blessings, protection, and guidance that are far greater than anything the material world could offer. Through these divine pauses, Allah is not withholding, He is redirecting, refining, and preparing you to receive His mercy in ways that transform your heart, your destiny, and your entire journey in ways that you may not yet comprehend, but that will ultimately lead you to true elevation, contentment, and closeness to Him. Chosen ones, understand this deeply. The delays you experience are not obstacles meant to frustrate you, but divine preparations designed to ready you for the immense blessings that Allah intends to place in your life. Often, what you desire, what you pray for, or what you long to achieve carries a weight far greater than you currently possess, a responsibility that your heart, mind, or character may not yet be equipped to handle. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, knows the capacity of your soul, the readiness of your heart, and the true timing for your elevation. And that is why He delays what you seek, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Every closed door, every postponed opportunity, every moment of waiting is a refining fire, shaping your intentions, strengthening your faith, and cultivating the patience, humility, and resilience that will allow you to bear your blessings with wisdom and gratitude, rather than being overwhelmed or misled by them. The chosen ones recognize that readiness is as important as the blessing itself. Receiving too soon, without the maturity, clarity, and spiritual grounding required, can lead to misuse, arrogance, or even spiritual harm. These delays are divine workshops where your character is molded, your priorities are aligned, and your soul is disciplined to carry not just the gift, but the purpose behind it. While the world may measure success by speed, results, and immediate gratification, the chosen ones understand that divine timing operates on an entirely different plane, one where every moment of waiting is an intentional act of mercy, an opportunity to cultivate sincerity, refine intentions, and ensure that when the blessing arrives, it arrives in its full weight, purpose, and glory. Consider the great prophets and righteous servants of Allah before you. Many experienced long periods of waiting, trials, and apparent delays before stepping into the roles they were destined to fulfill. Yusuf, peace be upon him, was delayed in his journey from the well to the palace, yet each setback, each trial, each moment of waiting prepared him for the immense responsibilities, wisdom, and leadership he was to carry. Musa, peace be upon him, wandered in the desert and faced delays in his mission, yet those years of preparation strengthened his resolve, deepened his reliance on Allah, and equipped him to guide an entire nation. The chosen ones today are no different. Each delay you experience is purposeful, calibrated, and orchestrated with divine precision to ensure that you are prepared, not just to receive blessings, but to embody them, uphold them, and use them to fulfill the mission that Allah has entrusted to you. Every postponed opportunity, every unanswered prayer, every moment of seeming inactivity is a silent message from Allah. You are being prepared, protected, and elevated, and the weight of what awaits you will be perfectly matched with the strength, wisdom, and faith that these delays are cultivating within you. Do not despise the waiting, for it is your invisible training ground, your spiritual gym where patience, resilience, and reliance on Allah are forged into unbreakable strength. When the moment finally comes, when the blessings that have been delayed are finally placed in your hands, they will arrive not as something small, insignificant, or fleeting, but as monumental gifts, divinely timed and perfectly aligned with your purpose, ready to transform your life, uplift those around you, and fulfill the destiny that Allah has decreed for you. Remember, chosen ones, that every delay is a teacher, every pause is a preparation, and every unanswered prayer is an invitation to grow into the weight of the blessings that are coming, blessings so magnificent, so powerful, and so perfectly orchestrated that they will surpass anything you could have imagined in your impatience. Chosen ones, it is in the moments of delay, in the quiet of unanswered prayers, and in the frustration of postponed dreams that your true faith is revealed, tested, and refined. Faith is not measured when life is easy, when blessings come without effort, or when desires are fulfilled instantly. True faith is measured in the silence of waiting, in the heart that continues to trust Allah despite the absence of immediate signs, and in the soul that remains steadfast even when the world questions your path. Every delay is a mirror reflecting the depth of your reliance on Allah and the sincerity of your devotion. It exposes what lies in your heart, whether your belief is contingent on ease and immediate reward, or whether it is rooted in unwavering trust in the one who knows all things, the one whose timing is perfect, and the one who sees what you cannot. The chosen ones understand that patience is not passive, it is an active expression of faith, a demonstration of surrender, and a proclamation that your heart belongs entirely to Allah, regardless of circumstance, recognition, or worldly validation. Each moment of waiting tests your character, your intentions, and your resilience, teaching you that reliance on Allah is not measured by outcomes, but by consistency, devotion, and steadfastness. While the world judges success by speed, visibility, and tangible results, the chosen ones recognize that divine success is measured by the quality of faith, the depth of sincerity, and the perseverance through trials, delays, and obstacles that appear insurmountable. The delay strips away false confidence, exposes hidden weaknesses, and challenges you to purify your intentions, ensuring that your heart remains aligned with Allah's will rather than being swayed by the allure of immediate gratification, social validation, or fleeting comfort. This process of waiting, though often painful, is a spiritual purification, a distillation of the soul that separates true believers from those whose faith is conditional, shallow, or dependent on convenience. In the silence of delay, you are called to reflect on your motives, refine your trust, and cultivate a connection with Allah that transcends circumstance and transcends worldly perception. Every unanswered prayer is an opportunity to demonstrate unwavering commitment, to reinforce reliance on divine wisdom, and to grow in the certainty that what Allah has promised will come to pass in His perfect timing, regardless of the obstacles that appear to hinder you. The prophets, peace be upon them, experienced profound delays, unanswered pleas, and long periods of waiting, yet their faith never wavered, and it was precisely in these periods of pause and trial that their character, patience, and spiritual strength were forged. Yusuf, peace be upon him, endured betrayal, imprisonment, and years of separation from his family, yet his faith in Allah remained unshaken, and the delays only prepared him to rise to a position of immense responsibility, wisdom, and influence. Musa, peace be upon him, wandered in the desert, faced resistance, and encountered seemingly endless obstacles. Yet his unwavering faith allowed him to fulfill a divine mission that reshaped nations, chosen ones. These examples are not distant stories. They are mirrors for your own journey. The delays you experience are a test, yes, but they are also a revelation, a divine mechanism that exposes the depth of your faith, the strength of your reliance, and the sincerity of your intentions. Those who endure patiently, continue to worship quietly, maintain trust in Allah's wisdom, and act with consistent devotion reveal the unshakable core of their belief, the kind of faith that cannot be swayed by circumstance, manipulation, or the impatience of the heart. And know this, your endurance does not go unnoticed. Every tear, every silent plea, every moment of trust in the absence of immediate reward is treasured by Allah and will manifest as an incomparable reward both in this world and in the hereafter. The delay, therefore, is not an obstacle, nor is it a punishment. It is a divine litmus test that distinguishes true faith from fleeting belief, permanent trust from temporary conviction, and steadfastness from superficial devotion. Embrace it, reflect upon it, and let the delay reveal to you the strength of your connection with Allah. For in this revelation lies the power to withstand trials, the courage to persevere, and the clarity to recognize that your faith, once proven, becomes the foundation upon which Allah builds your destiny, multiplies your blessings, and prepares you for a life and legacy that reflects His perfect wisdom, mercy, and divine design. In every pause, in every unanswered prayer, in every moment of waiting, your faith is being tested, your character is being refined, and your heart is being strengthened to not only receive the blessings that are coming, but to carry them with the wisdom, humility, and sincerity that Allah requires from His chosen ones. True faith is revealed not in ease but in endurance, not in certainty but in trust, and not in immediacy but in patience. And for the chosen ones, the revelation of true faith through delay is the key to unlocking a destiny that is far greater than anything the heart can imagine and far more magnificent than any worldly measure of success could ever define. Chosen ones, understand this truth with your heart and soul. Every delay, every pause, every moment where what you desire seems distant or unattainable is not a mistake, a setback, or an indication that Allah has abandoned you. It is a deliberate, calculated act of divine wisdom, perfectly orchestrated to align your life with His infinite plan. The delays you perceive as obstacles are, in reality, the unseen currents of mercy, guidance, and preparation that Allah has placed in your journey, shaping your character, refining your intentions, and protecting you from what you cannot yet see. In every unanswered prayer, in every opportunity that seems to pass you by, in every door that remains closed despite your desperate knocking, there lies a profound wisdom that the human heart struggles to comprehend, but the soul recognizes with patience, trust, and reflection. Chosen ones, Allah's wisdom is far beyond the perception of the mind and the calculation of worldly logic. He knows what you do not. He sees what is hidden. He understands the ripples of consequences that a single event, fulfilled prematurely or without preparation, might create in your life, in the lives of those around you, and in the broader tapestry of destiny that is unfolding according to His decree. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the righteous servants before him, faced long periods of delay, tests, and postponements, yet each pause was imbued with divine wisdom, a wisdom that was revealed gradually through reflection, experience, and the unfolding of events over time. Yusuf, peace be upon him, endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment, and what appeared to be endless suffering was, in fact, a series of divinely orchestrated delays that preserved his life, prepared him for leadership, and positioned him to save nations. Musa, peace be upon him, wandered in the desert, confronted Pharaoh's resistance, and faced seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Yet each delay, each trial, and each postponement was a manifestation of Allah's wisdom, ensuring that when His mission was fulfilled, it would achieve its maximum impact, guided by divine timing and not human impatience. For the chosen ones today, every delay functions in the same manner. It is a sign of wisdom, a signal that what you are waiting for requires preparation, refinement, and alignment with a greater plan that is beyond human comprehension. The heart that trusts in divine timing, the soul that remains patient despite uncertainty, and the believer who continues to act with sincerity and devotion in the midst of delay is the one who truly understands the language of Allah's wisdom. Every delay carries lessons, opportunities, and protection. Lessons to refine character, opportunities to cultivate patience and reliance on Allah, and protection from harm that the mind cannot foresee. The chosen ones realize that impatience can blind, frustration can misguide, and premature action can distort destiny. Divine wisdom in delay is not passive. It is active, intentional, and transformative. It shapes not only what comes to you, but who you become in the process. The delays test the depth of your reliance, reveal the purity of your intentions, and demonstrate the sincerity of your worship. They are an invitation to reflect, to grow, and to prepare for what is destined to arrive in its perfect time. Consider the blessings that come after long periods of waiting. They are rarely ordinary. They are infused with significance, purpose, and impact that matches the preparation that the delay has instilled within you. The wisdom in delay ensures that you are not overwhelmed by what is coming, that you are spiritually, emotionally, and mentally ready to carry your responsibilities, and that the timing aligns with a destiny that is perfect in every sense. Chosen ones, do not despise delay. Do not mistake it for rejection or oversight. Every pause is a teacher, every postponed answer is a guide, and every closed door is a sign that Allah's plan is unfolding in alignment with His perfect wisdom. When the heart understands this, when the soul embraces this, and when the believer acts with patience, sincerity, and reliance on Allah during delay, the journey itself becomes part of the blessing, the waiting itself transforms into worship, and the lessons hidden in delay prepare you for success, fulfillment, and purpose that cannot be measured by worldly standards but will be recognized eternally. The delays you face are divine signals, subtle messages woven into the fabric of your life, designed to ensure that the blessings that finally arrive are not only deserved, but fully comprehended, appreciated, and utilized in accordance with Allah's perfect knowledge. This is why chosen ones must remain steadfast, because each delay is a sign of divine wisdom, each pause is an act of mercy, and each period of waiting is an opportunity to align with a plan that is infinitely greater than anything you could have conceived. Do not rush, do not despair. Trust that every delay is working toward your elevation, your protection, and your ultimate purpose. When the moment arrives, it will arrive with clarity, power, and precision, revealing the wisdom that was hidden in the waiting all along. And in this understanding lies peace, resilience, and the unwavering certainty that Allah's plan, even in delay, is perfect, intentional, and designed for your ultimate good, honor, and elevation. Chosen ones, listen closely and etch this truth into your heart. The delays you endure, the moments when prayers seem unanswered, and the periods when your heart grows restless are not signs of neglect or forgetfulness. They are deliberate, divine orchestration to ensure that when the answer arrives, it does so with unmatched power, precision, and impact. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, knows that timing determines the magnitude of blessing, the depth of understanding, and the scope of influence. What may seem like prolonged waiting is, in reality, preparation for your heart, your mind, your character, and your circumstances. Every day of patience, every tear shed in longing, every moment of unwavering trust, and every silent plea strengthens your soul, aligns your intentions, and heightens your capacity to fully receive what Allah has destined for you. The chosen ones understand that a prematurely delivered answer however desirable in appearance, may not carry the full weight, may not achieve the intended purpose, and may not impact your life and the lives of others as profoundly as the one that arrives in its divinely appointed moment. Consider the stories of the prophets, peace be upon them, whose lives were marked by periods of waiting, apparent denial, and hardship. Yusuf, peace be upon him, endured betrayal, separation, and imprisonment. Yet when Allah elevated him to power, the answer came not just as relief, but as a transformative force that saved entire nations, restored families, and fulfilled a divine plan far beyond his imagination. Musa, peace be upon him, faced years of struggle, uncertainty, and resistance before delivering a nation from oppression. And the timing of his mission magnified the impact of his obedience, resilience, and unwavering faith. Chosen ones, this principle remains true for you. Delays are the invisible architects of power, patience, and readiness. The longer the wait, the stronger the heart, the sharper the insight, the greater the preparedness, and the more profound the eventual manifestation of the blessing. Allah uses delays to amplify the effect of what is coming spiritually, emotionally, and materially, so that the answer does not merely satisfy a temporary desire but transforms your life, elevates your status, and extends benefit far beyond what you can envision. Each delayed answer carries lessons in trust, lessons in perseverance, and lessons in submission, ensuring that when the moment arrives, you are fully equipped to embrace it, utilize it wisely, and recognize it as the fulfillment of divine wisdom. The chosen ones learn that impatience diminishes understanding, that frustration clouds judgment, and that seeking shortcuts can distort the purpose of the blessing. But when the heart remains patient, when faith remains firm, and when reliance on Allah is unwavering, the delay becomes the secret ingredient that intensifies gratitude, clarity, and alignment. The answer that finally arrives is not just a fulfillment, it is a revelation, a testament to divine orchestration, and a confirmation of the power that lies in patience, faith, and steadfastness. Every postponed prayer is a preparation, every unanswered desire is a refinement, and every closed door is a setup for a grand opening, one that will leave a permanent mark on your life, your destiny, and those whose lives you touch. The chosen ones recognize that the timing of blessings is as important as the blessing itself, that readiness determines reception, and that the impact of divine answers is magnified when the soul has been strengthened through waiting. Delays ensure that when the doors open, you do not merely receive, you carry, you uplift, and you fulfill a purpose that could never have been achieved without the preparation embedded in the wait. Understand this: Allah's delays are never arbitrary, His timing is never flawed, and His wisdom never fails. The longer you wait, the more refined your intentions, the purer your heart, and the more profound your readiness. The answer will arrive, yes, but it will arrive in such a way that the fullness of its blessing is realized spiritually, emotionally, and practically, leaving a mark that resonates for a lifetime, inspires others, and glorifies Allah in ways that could never have been possible had it arrived prematurely. The chosen ones know that the weight of the answer is in direct proportion to the patience endured, the sincerity maintained, and the faith proven. Delay is not denial. Delay is not punishment. Delay is preparation, protection, and amplification. When your moment comes, it will arrive in the perfect measure, in perfect timing, and with perfect impact, revealing the depth of Allah's wisdom, the precision of His plan, and the unparalleled power of divine timing. And in this, chosen ones, lies the ultimate lesson, that waiting is not wasted, that patience is not passive, and that every delay is a stepping stone to an answer so powerful, so transformative, and so divinely orchestrated that it will exceed your expectations, fulfill your purpose, and manifest the destiny that Allah has meticulously planned for you, ensuring that your journey, your trials, and your faith all culminate in a blessing that is as monumental as it is perfectly timed. eternally significant and divinely empowered. Chosen ones, now you understand the truth. Every delay you have endured, every unanswered prayer, every closed door, every moment of frustration and waiting has never been wasted. Allah sees what you cannot see, knows what you cannot know, and orchestrates your life with perfect wisdom, mercy, and love. The delays you hate are the protection you don't see, the training you need, and the preparation for blessings far greater than you could ever imagine. Do not rush, do not despair. Continue to pray with sincerity, act with patience, and trust with your whole heart, for every moment of waiting is shaping your character, elevating your faith, and readying you for a destiny that is uniquely yours, powerful, impactful, and divinely timed. Remember, chosen ones, the universe may move at its pace, but Allah's timing is flawless, and the answer to your prayers, the fulfillment of your dreams, and the arrival of your blessings will come in perfect measure, with perfect wisdom, and at the exact moment your soul is ready to receive them. So embrace the waiting, cherish the lessons, and hold fast to your faith, because what Allah is preparing for you is beyond what you can see, beyond what you can imagine, and far greater than anything you have ever hoped for. You are protected, you are prepared, and you are destined for greatness. Keep trusting, keep believing, and keep walking the path that Allah has set for you, for the best is yet to come, and when it arrives, it will transform your life, your legacy, and the lives of everyone around you.